Hey everyone, Louis Montez here. I'm a software developer based out of Phoenix. I've been doing that for a long time. Also into board games, card games, stuff like that. Really into the Lord of the Rings. Really dig Tolkien. My favorite book of all time is The Silmarillion, so really into that stuff. Um, also, wanted to play around with OBS, which is the open source streaming software, and sort of combine all these things together here and go through this game that I've been into. So this game has been a little weird for me. I bought the thing like 10 years ago, tried getting into it, played it a few times. Just, the rules clicked, but the fun of the game didn't really. And recently, in the last few months, a new revised core set for the game came out. What's cool about this core set is, one, they gave more cards, so you can have more players and you can build better player decks for the cards. It still comes with 3 scenarios, but it also came with a campaign mode, so you can play these things, the scenarios in a row. And that's pretty cool, so the story can evolve a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play through the first scenario, start a campaign, and we'll just see how it goes. All right. I'm not an expert in this game, not by a long shot. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to probably botch some rules. If anybody's watching this and wants to tell me, hey, you should have done this, this, and this, awesome. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear how to get better at this game. That's really a major point to me even trying to stream this, is that I want to get better at it. So, yeah, here we go. All right, so the first scenario is called A Passage Through Mirkwood. And I'm going to play this two-handed, right? So this is like 2 players, and each player has 3 heroes. And the decks that are assembled were basically these deck suggestions that are in the back of the rulebook. The original rulebook for the original core set had really horrible suggestions on how to play, and so the game was really hard, and I didn't think it was that fun. So I'm doing 2 things here. I'm playing this two-handed using the suggested decks, but I'm also going to play in easy mode, which is the rules are a little bit easier in this mode, so I can kind of enjoy the story more without the game just kicking my butt. And which if I was a lot better at this, I'd probably not want to even play in that mode. But we're gonna do this here just for this stream, for the purposes of me trying to get through the campaign and see if I could get some enjoyment out of the story and learn the rules a lot more. Okay, so on the left player here, kind of go through what their heroes are. So we've got Eowyn. She has a lot of willpower. That number at the top, that 4, that is willpower. That like helps towards questing. Her attack and defense are kind of low, but she's in this. The symbol here is spirit. So there's 4 spheres in the game. That's the one that she's in. Theodred is one of the leadership heroes, and Aragorn is also a leadership hero. So those 3 I'm using for the left hand. For the right hand, I am using Denethor, who is a lore hero. Barivor, this is a non-canon character, but Fantasy Flight Games, the publisher of this game, has used this character a couple times, but a pretty decent hero card. And Legolas, everybody knows, and Legolas has got a really good attack. Also, Legolas is part of this tactic sphere. So these spheres are important because that's we're going to gain resources and we're going to purchase cards to sort of build up our play area. And those spheres are what resources you can spend. So you would purchase things that are matching that sphere. Now, let's see here what else. We've got our quest, or our scenario, is the Passage Through Mirkwood. And we'll kind of read this thing here to get started. And so you're traveling through Mirkwood Forest, carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to Lady Galadriel of Lorien. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather around you. So there's a setup step here. It's telling me to take out the Old Forest Road and Forest Spider cards and put them in the staging area. So and then we'd reshuffle the deck. I already did that. So here are those 2 cards. Here's Old Forest. So this is a location. Locations sort of impede your progress towards getting the quest resolved. And this one is Old Forest Road. The monster it told me to take out was this forest spider. Okay, so put those back in here. Also, after we did that setup part, the front of the card, the nastiest things I saw were the cobwebs. Dark, dense cobwebs with threads extraordinarily thick, often stretched from tree to tree or tangled in the lower branches on either side of them. There were none stretched across the path, but whether because some of the magic kept it clean or for what other reason, they could not guess. That's a quote from The Hobbit. So, also, this has 8 points of questing that need to be completed on this card in order for us to get past this part of the scenario. Okay, the other part I said was that we're going to be doing this in the campaign mode. Now, campaign modes have these campaign setup cards. So, setup, I'm going to put Mendor into play. He is an elf that is going to help us along, and if he leaves play, the players lose game. So I have to keep Mendor alive, but he's also going to help. All right, put that up here, and this is Mendor's card. So the first player is going to be my left player here. That first player will be able to control, and then when we switch, who's the first player, which will be the player on the right, then they'll have control of Mendor. Okay, and so as a response, so after a quest card is defeated, ready Mendor, then each player draws 1 card. So that's if I use him, I can have each player draw a card by readying him again. Okay, if I complete one of the quest cards. All right, so what else we do here as part of the setup is we're going to draw a hand of cards, and oops, I got a accidental forgot what these cards are called. The bad guy cards. I accidentally had one in my hand, so I guess I didn't shuffle well enough. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the left player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the right player, and we'll look at the left player's cards first. He's got a spirit card, a condition, unexpected courage. That's pretty cool. Can ready an attached hero, an ally, northern tracker. You can put some progress tokens on locations in the staging area. Wandering Took. Reduces threat. Another ally. What else we got here? We have got an event, stand and fight. That's pretty cool. We've got Steward of Gondor. We can exhaust this here to add some resources to the hero's resource pool. And another ally. So, one thing you can do is take a mulligan, which means if you don't like that hand, you can shuffle the thing back up and draw 6 more. I'm actually going to do that. Now, the reason I want to do that is because I have all blue here, but I've got more leadership. This might not be the right thing to do. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this, but it feels like I'm going to have a bunch of leadership resources, but I've got a bunch of spirit cards. So I'm going to shuffle these up here. I'm going to take 6 more. So that's my mulligan. Now, if I'm not happy with these, and this is a worse hand that I drew than the first time, I have to stick with it, because you get 1 shot at that. Alright. Yes, I am riffle shuffling unsleeved cards. I guess that's bad. I don't care. Alright. Now, let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Let's see if this is better. And it's a little different anyways. Alright, so we saw that one here, the Steward of Gondor, another spirit ally, a Celebrian Stone. So I dig this. This is going to give me more willpower. Sneak attack is pretty cool, because it's also a leadership thing. I can play a card and bring him back to my hand. Combos well with a Gandalf card if I can get that one out. Another one of those. And an attachment, unexpected courage again. Okay, I like that hand better. Alright, and for the right player, I've got, an ally. Got another ally. This is a lore ally. Another lore ally. An event. Choose an enemy in the staging area. Oh, I can reuse its threat. Cool. A weapon and another event. So, yeah, cool. Maybe that was worth taking a mulligan on, but like I said, I don't know the game well enough to know that for a fact. So, all right, what else do we do here? We count up each one of the characters have a threat as well, or each one of the heroes. So we got 12 plus 8 is 29. So the left player, I'm going to bump their threat up to 29. The right player is 27. Okay. All right, so also part of the setup on easy mode is they all start off, before the game starts, they have a resource on them. We're going to get another resource when the game starts. Okay, so we're ready to start. That's pretty much the setup. I've seen what the cards are. We are going to start now the resource phase, which is give every hero a resource. Cool. All right, so yeah, this is easy mode. So we start off with a lot of resources. And we also draw one more card. So the left player is going to draw an event. Is this the Galadriel's Greeting? Reduce one player's threat by 6, or reduce each player's threat by 2. That's pretty cool. Okay, and what do we got over here? We have a lore ally, a Sylvan elf, daughter of Nimrod El. Cool, she can heal damage. Excellent. All right, so we have cards, and now this is the planning phase. We get to purchase some things. Now, I know already I like this Celebrian's Stone. I'm going to put that under Aragorn, and he now has he's got 2 more willpower. I'll pay for that with some leadership here. Do I got anything good here? Who do I want that for? Yeah, so this 2 here, even though I'm paying for this with Eowyn's $2, I'm actually going to put this under Barivor, player, the right players. This attachment means I can exhaust this card here, and it'll re-ready this hero. That's going to be pretty cool, I think, with this character here. Okay, now on the right player, let's see here. I've got, I want to get some allies out if I can. Let's see here. I've got, let's do that. I'm going to take this ally here, and, oh, this is great. I'm going to get a good army going right here. These 2 other allies are 2 apiece. Boom. All right. So that is the planning phase. Now is the quest phase. I need to commit some of these heroes and allies to the quest. We know right now we've got a total of 3 threat in the, so, 1 for the spider, or 2 for the spider here, and 1 for this Old Forest Road. Those are going to impede our progress on our quest. So we're going to commit our heroes to give them some willpower to go up. But it isn't just these 3, because I'm going to get another 2 more cards come out that are going to contribute to the threat. But I've got something pretty cool here that happens. I'm going to commit Aragorn, because he's got a lot of willpower here now. I'm going to commit Theodred, but what happens with Theodred is, after I commit Aragorn, I can pay one resource from his pool so he's committed to the quest. He's going to apply his things, but he's also ready again. Then I'm going to commit Theodred, and after I commit him, he's got an ability where he can give one of the characters a resource. These 2 combo pretty well, right? I'll go ahead and commit Eowyn as well, and I'm going to commit Barivor. How many is that? We've got already 4, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, we've got 11 willpower going towards this right now. I'm going to call that good, I think. Yeah, let's try that. So we committed those. We pull out 2 more of these. This is a treachery. It says, sorry, my... there we go. So this treachery, this is something that's going to happen when it's revealed. Each enemy and each location currently in the staging area gets a +1 until the end of the phase. So let's see here. We've got... sorry. Okay. We've got a couple things up there that are going to get a +1 on their threat. All right. And we get 1 more of these guys out. And this is a force fighter. All right. So that card, that treachery, said that everything on here's got a +1, right? So this is going to be 3, 6, 7. Now I said I had 9, 11, and I have 6. I've got 8. I've got 8 threat in here. I'm committing 11. So what that does is that puts 3 progress on this. Maybe I should have committed more. I don't know. So we resolved this by subtracting the threat from here to what we've totally committed. That was 3 left over. So there's 11, and then 8, and 8, which left us with 3 on here. Okay. Now, the next phase is the travel phase, and yes, I'm going to go here, because when we travel, we can take stuff out of the staging area and put a location that we're traveling to, and but it's also going to impede our progress, because any progress that we put towards the quest now, we would be attaching things to remove the 3. We'd have to remove 3 points here on Old Forest because of that 3 before any would go on to the quest itself. Okay, so the response here is after we travel to Old Forest Road, which we just did, the first player may choose and ready 1 character they control. Okay, cool. All ready Theodred. Okay, I think I should have done more willpower towards this because we've only got a couple of bad guys here in the staging area, and I think we're going to kill them pretty quick. Alright, so after we traveled, now we're going to start the encounter phase. That says first player, which is the player on the left, will check and see if does he want to optionally engage anybody. Say no. The right one, no. The left one, do we have to take somebody in? And yes, we do. So these are both the same. We'll take one because its threat is 25, but the player one's threat, see up here in the corner, is right. Sorry, ooh, there we go, right there, 29, 27. The 29 means that one's coming down here, and then on the right side, this one's coming over here. Now we can declare a defender. Oh, I also can. I think this is an action window now where I can exhaust this to pop Barivore back up. We'll declare a defender. Now this thing can hit for 2, maybe more, but we'll see. I'm going to say Denethor is going to defend against this one. Denethor has a 3 defense but doesn't really hit that hard. I will say that Aragorn will defend. Oh, do I want Aragorn defending? Yeah, we'll have Aragorn defend against this one. Okay, and when we do that, we take a couple of shadow cards here. Okay, then resolve these shadow cards. So what happens here? Well, this one does have a shadow effect, which is gets a +1 attack. So that +1 means this thing is hitting for 3, and Aragorn's got a shield of 2, so Aragorn just took a hit. And let's see here, over on this side, oh, just location. So that thing's 2, doesn't do anything to Denethor. Now we get to hit these guys back. So the left side here is hitting with Theodred, and we'll go ahead and hit with Mendor as well, because Mendor is ranged. But actually, Mendor's on the left player side right now anyways. But even if he wasn't, he's ranged. So he's going to hit this one as well. And that is not enough. So how about I also hit, or I'm gonna instead of Mendor going that way, Mendor's gonna not do anything yet. Legolas is going to hit along with Theodred. That's 5 points of attack. He's got 1 shield. That kills this guy. Mendor is instead going to hit over to this side along with Barivor, and with these guys, yeah, with all these guys, that's enough. This one's dead as well. Okay, so that is the first round. We now do is a refresh, means everybody pops back up, nobody's tapped, nothing's tapped. And we increase the threat to both players. So around 30 and 28. And we change the first player. So first player is now the player on the right. Okay, it starts back over again. Get resources. Okay. And we get to draw a card. Ooh, Gandalf. Gandalf is super cool here because I've got that sneak attack. Gandalf, typically when you play him, he goes into, onto the table, but then after he gets discarded. But that sneak attack lets you pull him back to your hand, which is pretty cool. Okay, and another Erebor Hammersmith. Alright. Okay, and so that was the planning phase. Now is the quest phase. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lot more on this thing again, because now we've got this old forest in the way. I'm going to commit all 3 of these guys again. Aragorn is going to pay to pop back up, and Theodred is going to give the team some money again for committing to the quest. Barivor as well. Let's see, let's get a little bit more than that this time. Who has some more? We're only going to get 2 more cards out, and what do we got? We got 3, and we need 5. We need at least 8 committed to this thing. Right now we're at 11, but we're going to need a couple things in the way. I want to clear this quest on this turn here. So let's go ahead and say Erebor will commit, and I will say Mendor will commit. So this is a lot more. So this is now 13. Yeah. All right, so 13. We got 2 more coming out. We have got another location. Probably committed more than I needed to. And, ooh, we have got Dol Guldur Orcs. When the first player chooses 1 character concurrently committed to a quest, when revealed, the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to the quest. Deal 2 damage to that character. That is unfortunate. Who is it going to be? Who's going to take 2 damage? Oh, it's just a character. It doesn't have to be a hero. Alright. Sorry, Erebor. You're taking a couple of hits. Alright. But that 13 only has to subtract 3. We've got 10 associated now. So we went ahead and wiped this out. We have 7 left over, which wipes out this one here. Which means we are on the next stage of the quest. And what does that say? It says, as you move through Mirkwood, hounded by spiders that force forks before you. Okay, but what happens in this thing? Forced. When you defeat this stage, I'm going to proceed to, okay, for the next stage, then I'll randomly pick one of the 2 cards in the next stage. But you're unsure of what lies ahead, but spurred by the urgency of your message, you choose a path and proceed. Okay, this only has 2 points on it. Okay, that's great. Oh, but I had already, this is great, I had already committed Mendor, which means after quest card was defeated, which we just did, then I get to ready him again, and each player draws a card. Left player gets a Spirit Ally, Northern Tracker, alright, and right player gets Daughter of Nimrodel, another ally. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, next phase is, we did our quest phase, we get to travel, and what happens when we travel? To the Old Forest Road. After we travel, then I get to re-ready somebody. Okay, and I will re-ready Theodred. Kind of wish I didn't spend that money on Aragorn. It's like I didn't even need to. Okay, but anyways, let's say now it's the engagement checks. Oh, it goes over here first. I'm going to take this one. So, Dolgaldor Orcs. They're not particularly powerful. Alright. This is actually pretty cool. I will say Denethor can defend against these again. And they get a shadow card and reveal what happens. So there is something. It says, a defending player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. 2 characters if this tag is undefended. It is not undefended. Alright, who's going to... I'm going to... who's my weakest guy here? Actually, I can... each... that was one rebuild. I might have missed that when I rebuild that. I think I did. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exhaust 1 over here, and I'll exhaust another one over here, and then must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. So, alright. So I think I've done all the right things now. I've caught up on everybody being exhausted. But the attack was 2. Denethor was able to sustain that attack without any damage. Now Mendor and Legolas are both going to hit this guy for a total of 4. He's got 0 shield. He's dead, but Legolas does something really cool. What Legolas can do is, after he participates in an attack and destroys an enemy, place 2 progress on the current quest. That's pretty neat, because without even having to go to that forest, put any progress on it, oops, I've already put 2 on this. That resolves this quest. That was super easy. Alright, so I resolved that quest, and it said after I resolve this one that I'm going to randomly pick one of the other 2. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Alright, I'm just going to shuffle these sort of as much as you can shuffle 2 cards. Alright, and let's see which one we're taking. We're taking this one, which is a chosen path. Alright, the trail winds into one of the darkest, most entangled parts of the forest. You sense a foul, dark presence hunting you, and you move quickly in an attempt to avoid its evil. Okay. This says, the shadows grow darker and you realize a foul presence is aiming to draw you from the path. You must defeat it to pass this way. Oh, one thing. Since I defeated that last card and Mendor was tapped, I will ready him and I get to draw a card here. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. I've got a Sylvan Archer in my hand on one side, and I have got a Secret paths. Choose a location, staging area. Okay, can't contribute. So, and another event on here. Okay, so back to this. What am I doing? I am, when revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for one spider card of their choice and add it to the staging area. The players must find and defeat Ungoliant Spawn to win. So Ungoliant Spawn is, one of the kids of Ungoliant from the first age, the giant spider that attacked the 2 trees of Valinor. It's an awesome story. But Ungoliant's Spawn is in this deck somewhere. I haven't seen it yet, so it's going to be one that I search for. Cool. Got Ungoliant's Spawn. Now, this thing is saying to... what's that here? It is that we are adding it to the staging area. So it's not revealing, which means I don't have to do the when revealed effect, which is cool because... yeah, I don't have to. And now the other thing is I need to find a spider. So I'm going to find a weak spider. Sure, I messed something up. Let's see here. I will do... yeah, this... so I'm going to do this spider here, this king spider. Also has a when revealed effect that I don't have to bother with, which is great. Okay. Oh, I don't have to shuffle those up. Yeah. I have to shuffle up the remaining cards, but I don't have to add the discard pack cards back into here. So I've got 2 spiders in the staging area now, and the quest is telling me that I have to kill Ungoliant Spawn. So all I have to do is kill Ungoliant Spawn. I mean, I want to make sure that my threat doesn't keep increasing, although it's pretty low right now. But this turn's about over, so I'm going to increase my threat. But I just have to keep it under 50, so I'm not really too worried about that. So I really just want to make sure to kill Ungoliant Spawn. So let's do that. Okay. This is dead. Alright, because I was at the end of that. So I ready everybody. And increase the threat. 29 and 31. Change first player back. Okay, to the left side. And yeah, that's it. Now, the start of the next round, I get more resources. Got lots of money. Got lots of cards. This is good. Alright, now, yeah, I'm going to commit a couple of oh, this is fantastic. All right, so the planning phase. Do I want to put anybody in here? Because I got lots of money and I absolutely should. Let's definitely get a Sylvan Archer in here for 3. And yeah, we'll call that one good. Sylvan Archer. Got money on this side. Want to bring in anybody else? Let's let's go with another one of these here. Another Erebor. And this is the last round, so why not? Let's give Legolas the Blade of Gondolin. It's going to increase his attack. Oh, that's when attacking an orc. But after attached hero destroys an enemy, place 1 progress. It's kind of a waste. Whatever. That would have been better for fighting some orcs. Alright, planning phase is done. Let's go on to the questing. Of course, I'm going to quest Aragorn and do I want to... No, I'm only going to do Aragorn. And Eowyn. And I will do... Bearvor. No, I'm not going to do Bearvor, because that's right there is 8. I've got 5 in the staging area. I'm going to bring out 2 more things here. My threat's likely going to go up, but I don't care. I just want to make sure that we beat this Ungoliant. So, we bring out a location, and we bring out another location. So, we are at 8, and the total threat here is 9, which means both players' threat goes up. Oh, that was actually kind of dumb now that I think about it. Because now that I do my engagement check, these guys have to take Ungoliant. That was a huge mistake. Oh, I that want to pop him back up. Oh man. All right. Bad news. Because I wanted my right side to take Ungoliant and my left side has... Oh! It totally can. What am I thinking? Because this is the voluntary check. He doesn't want to voluntarily take anybody. He does. Now he goes over here. Much better. Okay. Alright, and they get a shadow card. Somebody has to defend against. We're just going to use a chump to defend against this one. This guy's almost dead already. Though he can do an attack. So can the other guys. Okay, so this guy's defending. Over on this side, this one can't even hit that hard. Actually it can. It can hit pretty hard. 3. I don't want to kill any of my heroes. Alright, we're going to chump block with the Silverlode Archer. Okay, first player is over here. And what do we got? Location, good. That's nothing. And over on this, we'll resolve this one. So he hits 3. He has no defense. He is dead. Over on this side, location, but he is, he's dead. Okay, now, for the attacks, what does he got? He's got 3. Yeah. These 2 are attacking. They kill the spider. Everybody else is attacking this guy. 1. What we got here? 1. I don't know that we're even going to kill him. We'll see. We got 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got him. That's game. That was 11. He's got 2 shield. We killed Ungoliant. 1. This scenario. Yeah, won it pretty easily, I think, considering I didn't lose any heroes. Wasn't really close. Okay, so we won the scenario, and what does that, what does this card tell us? This says, okay, each player earns 1 copy of Mendor's Boon support card. That is Mendor's support. So the 2 decks are going to get this, which is going to, that's pretty cool. That's an event, doesn't cost anything, makes Mendor better. And I got 2. That's 1 for each deck. I'll put that over here. What else? So if stage 3B was Bjorn's Path, add Ungoliant Swarm burden card. Which one did I use? The other one was Don't Leave the Path. Yeah, that was the one that I used. Don't Leave the Path. Then, oops. Since I used Don't Leave the Path, then add the Lingering Venom burden card to the campaign pool. Lingering Venom burden card. Let's see. What does this do? This is going to be in the campaign pool now. What happens here? It says, when revealed, each player must choose either exhausting a damaged character you control or dealing 2 damage to the hero you control with the most damage on it. You know, I still don't mind that as much as having Ungoliant on everything going forward. So, okay, that's it. I've got Mendor, I got those supports, I got the spoon. So that was the first scenario. You know, I like this game now. Switch over to here. One thing I've noticed is lots of games that I like, lots of board and card games. There's usually some sort of an engine that you're building up. Some of them are really simple, like Dominion. You're building up a deck of cards as you go. I think what I dig about this is that you have a hand of cards, you have resources, and when you put out or when you purchase a card and it's doing something, like I really dug this Celebrian's Stone card because it was giving me more willpower. And when you put these things out, you're kind of anxious for the next chance you get to use the things. And I think that took me a while. The first time I played this, I didn't really see that there is there's some fun to be had in getting the things out that you wanted, that you paid for, and then using them, and then seeing, just each turn having these things, having these monsters come out, having quest things, whatever, building up your willpower, your attack, all of that, just sort of as you go. I don't know why that was missing, and I think it was because I didn't try doing this with good decks, right? Good pre-built decks of cards that had some things that work together really well. Good example is, we didn't get it out there, but the sneak attack with Gandalf, those things combo really well together. Theodred and Aragorn, the way you get a resource, you can spend a resource for Aragorn to ready him again. There's things like that seem to work together pretty well that weren't super obvious to me at first. So anyways, that's it. I dig any comments. If you saw me miss some rolls, please let me know. But I think I would like to do the next one now, that the next one in the campaign, on another stream. Awesome. Bye-bye.